Shark? Shark.
Shark! Go and shed your winter coat. Go and put your life vest on. When you go into the sea, you'll see a cuddly, cuddly, cuddly shark. Cuddly, cuddly, cuddly shark.
Shark!
This will be the last video for Shark Month, and I won't be covering Jaws, for two reasons. These guys have done a much better job than I could, and I'm going to end up talking about it anyway. Jaws was not the first shark attack movie, but it definitely cemented the genre. Like how Tolkien should be mentioned when talking fantasy, George Romero brought the rules for zombies that we still use today. Or how any civil discussion about politics, Nazis come up.
The leftist protesters, no, I'm not a neo-Nazi.
Hail Trump! Hail our people! Hail victory!
What I'm saying is, like the shark in the story, Jaws has and will come up. It can't be helped, even from the author Peter Benchley, whom feeling partially responsible for people's fears about sharks from his work, started working towards marine conservationism until his death in 2006. His last fictional story, White Shark, was turned into a TV movie by MGM. The story takes place in Germany, 1945, where Nazi scientist Dr. Kruger created a shark monster to fight the Allies. Or in the Caribbean in 1973, where Navy scientist Dr. Bishop created shark-dolphin hybrids to fight the Viet Cong. This is going to be an in-name only adaptation, isn't it? They didn't even get the name right. When White Shark was published, book sales bombed, when people were expecting another shark story from the man who brought us Jaws, only to find Nazi shark monster instead. Not to have the same mistake, the movie's title was changed to Creature, which prompted the book to change its title to go along with the movie. But so much has changed between the two, so the book now the in-name only, even though the movie is adapted from the book?
Have we blown your mind, sir?
Okay then. In the book, the shark monster is made through experimentation revolving around a very real concept of liquid breathing. Oxygen-rich liquid like chlorofluorocarbon replaces the gas oxygen in the lungs, effectively letting you breathe underwater, though you can't now magically breathe any kind of water, and liquid is much harder to move through your lungs than gas, but this allows divers to dive further down with less risk of decompression sicknesses, air embolisms, or collapsing their lungs. It's here to explain how the monster was able to breathe in the water. In the movie,
the theory that ontogeny recapitulates phylogeny.
Ernst Haeckel was a biologist in the 1800s who coined that term. Basically, ontogeny, the development of the fetus from egg to gestation and hatching, repeats evolutionary forms of its distant ancestors, phylogeny, in the womb or the egg, largely a discredited theory in evolutionary biology since the 1970s. The myth that a human fetus has gills in the womb is false, though you can find it still in some textbooks. It's actually one of the things that both evolutionists and creationists agree on. The recapitulation theory has been applied to other forms of sciences though, like the origin of languages and child cognitive development, but for this movie it's basically Super Mario Brothers science.
You may think of evolution as an upward process. Things evolve from primeval slime, up to single-cell organisms, up to intelligent life.
But who cares about scientific accuracies? I want to see a cool shark monster, which soon escapes and is trapped in a steel crate, while in the book the monster was housed in this large box made of bronze. The monster sinks to the bottom of the ocean. In the book, because of the U-boat was diving too far and was crushed under the pressure of the ocean. The movie has Peniston here, who is greeted as Ensign, the lowest ranking in the Navy from cadet, but the actor is credited as Lieutenant Peniston in the credits, but most people just call him
Werewolf.
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 The box finds itself open in the book when deep-sea divers go to photograph hydrothermal vents, finding an entire ecosystem able to thrive in an extreme environment with no sunlight, supporting the idea of chemosynthesis. They find a mountain of deep-sea shrimp shelled and eaten around the wrecked U-boat in the box, where the movie has a treasure hunter skimming his hook across the ocean bottom. I'm no treasure hunter, but I don't think that's the best way to find treasure. The book has the box pushed over the side of the diver's boat near Rhode Island, where the crate in the Navy lab the monster was made in was in the Caribbean.
2,000 miles away from the nearest civilization. 2,000 miles away from the nearest civilization. 2,000 miles away from the nearest civilization.
That's Amanda Mason. In the movie, she's the ex-husband to the protagonist Simon Chase. Chase is about the only aspect of the novel that's carried over accurately to the movie, and Craig T. Nelson does a fine job. He is Mr. Incredible after all. Chase seems to be someone Peter Benchley wanted to be, this extreme environmentalist who may not have a doctorate, but that doesn't stop him from saving the ocean. Okay, not that extreme. Chase in both versions are workaholics, driving their marriages to fall apart. His finances are near to non-existing, and he's trying to get back together with his son. In the book, Chase is trying to receive grants for shark research from universities, where he meets Dr. Amanda for her research on sea mammals. In the movie,
sharks don't die of cancer. I'm trying to find out why.
Okay, I know I said before who cares about scientific accuracies a minute earlier, but this is a very important plot point that wasn't in the book but was made a major point in the movie. It goes in direct conflict against Benchley's shark conservationism because this myth that sharks don't get cancer has led to not only millions of sharks dying, but desperate people have been taken advantage of. Sharks have skeletons made of cartilage, and cartilage has some anti-hygienogenic properties, meaning it slows the creation of new blood vessels. When cancerous tumors form, they create new blood vessels to transport waste, transport nutrients it needs to grow, and break off and spread to other parts of the body. Anti-hygienogenic therapy is used to stop new blood vessels from forming, effectively starving the cancer growth. Not killing it, but at least prevents it from growing further, and it is helpful combined with other therapies in some cases. Because cancer is made up of over 160 different diseases, some of which is cartilage-based, shark cartilage is in fact not a cancer cure. But this piece of here wrote this book and this book, which helped him gain the popularity to open this store online to sell his cancer cure to hopeful and desperate cancer patients, while also killing so many cuddly sharks to make pills that the body can't process the anti-hygienogenic properties from. And also, sharks get cancer! And this myth that they don't because of their magic skeletons has led to more overfishing of sharks than shark fin soup or the trophy fishermen in the movie. Sharks do have an amazing immune system that was tuned and perfected over 400 million years, and researching that system would be beneficial. And research has been coming through since the initial cartilage studies in the 70s. I don't blame the people who made this movie for using this storyline. It was a popular myth when this film was made, and thankfully has lost its popularity over the years. But who cares about scientific accuracies? I want to see a cool shark monster. It'll be a while though. While Discovery made 12 Days of Terror into a regular length movie, MGM decided to have Creature be a series. And it shows. While the length allows things like character development, the restricted budget and the rating need to be appropriate for television means a book that would have made a great regular length B monster movie is stretched thin.
Like butter scraped over too much bread.
Because of this, there's just isn't much to talk about. Simon and Amanda talk about how to parent their son Max, who meets his love interest, and there's a bully for about a minute. With the location moved to the Caribbean, we have a side plot of the island natives growing superstitious of the monster's attacks, culminating in this ritual. It's never explained. It's barely mentioned at all afterwards. We also have a scene of Max rollerblading across town, which is in the book, but why is this here? What is happening? Stop staring at them, Max. It's really weird. Why is he staring? Oh god, is the guy staring back? Did this stop being a monster movie and turn into a slasher? Where? Where is my shark monster?
Shark monster! Shark monster!
Shark monster! Oh man, just look at it. I'll forgive everything. The cancer storyline, the bad acting, the overuse of stock footage. Just look at it. Why is it hanging upside down? I don't care. Shark monster. It took me forever to get here, but this is what anyone remembers from this movie. It's like Tim Curry in It, or Tim Curry in Darkness, or Tim Curry in The Wild Thornberrys. It's the thing that will stick with you. And who made this beautiful bastard? Motherfucking Stan, Aliens, Predator, Jurassic Park, Winston Studios. Yes. Yes to everything about this thing. Yes.
Have we blown your mind, sir?
Kinda? I remember this movie fondly when I was a kid, sitting glued to the Sci-Fi Channel. The Sci-Fi Channel. Watching it now as an adult, it definitely can make you sit through the 3-hour storyline if you're in the right mood. The source material as is would have been a great B movie, and this would have been too if they cut out at least an hour of filler. I recommend it, but expect about an hour and a half of TV soap opera before you're thrown into a fun, enjoyable monster movie. While the novel is itself a fun, enjoyable monster movie, but in book form. Until next July, this is CB Smith, and that's it for Shark Month. Next month, something different.